This week was not the week I expected. When I started the Fit Again project, the plan was simple: eat better, train consistently, lose fat, rebuild fitness, and eventually run again. But days 22 to 28 became a different kind of test. Not a test of strength, not a test of speed, a test of patience. The heat wave arrived, and my recovery still was not complete. So instead of forcing workouts, I had to make a different decision. Wait, track, recover, and not turn a difficult week into an excuse to quit. Day 22 was a real-life day. I started the morning at 68,080 km and ended the evening at 69,060 curls. There was no sport. The heat wave was here, and I still was not fully recovered. Breakfast was fitness muesli with blueberries, skimmed milk, and chia seeds. Lunch was simple, apricots, and dinner was not exactly a fitness meal. I treated myself to crisps and a few pieces of cake. That could easily have become the story of failure. But it was not. The plan was not broken. It was just one imperfect day, during a week where recovery had to come first. Day 23 looked similar. Morning weight, 68,90 kilos. Evening weight, 69,60 kilos. Again, no sport. The heat wave continued, and recovery still was not complete. Breakfast stayed consistent. Fitness muesli with blueberries, skimmed milk, and chia seeds. Lunch was meat salad with fried potatoes. Dinner was ice cream. Again, not perfect. Again, not broken. That was the lesson. One imperfect meal does not end the project. One rest day does not erase the progress. One difficult week does not cancel the comeback. It only becomes a problem if I stop completely. Day 24 was another waiting day. Morning weight, 68,80 kilos. Evening weight, 69,20 kilos. Food was familiar. Fitness muesli in the morning, meat salad with fried potatoes for lunch, and ice cream for dinner. No sport again. At this point, the hardest part was not the food. It was not even the heat. The hardest part was accepting that training had to wait. Because when you are trying to change your body, resting can feel like going backwards. But pushing too soon can cost more than a few missed workouts. So day 24 became a reminder: training can wait. Quitting cannot. Day 25 brought the lowest morning weight so far, 68,050 kilos. By evening, it was 68,060 kilos. That number looked good, but I still did not train. The heat wave was still here, and recovery was still not complete. I had fitness muesli for breakfast, an Asian-style salad with sliced meat for lunch, and one slice of bread with cheese for dinner. I drank 3 liters and had 3 large coffees. Still no sport. And that is important, because this project is not only about doing workouts when everything is easy. It is about staying with the process when the plan has to change. Days 26, 27, and 28 still need to be added once the data is complete. But the theme of this week is already clear. This was the recovery and patience week. Not the week of personal records, not the week of big training volume, not the week of impressive progress, but maybe it was still an important week. Because I kept tracking, I kept showing up, I kept paying attention. I did not pretend the week was perfect. I did not turn one bad meal into 3 bad days. I did not train when my body was not ready. And I did not quit. That matters. The scale moved during the week. The food was imperfect. The workouts were paused. But the project stayed alive. And sometimes that is the real progress. Not the workout, not the number, not the perfect meal. Just the fact that the routine survives a difficult week. So the biggest lesson from days 22 to 28 is this: a fitness journey does not only need discipline, it also needs flexibility. There will be heat waves, there will be illness. There will be days with crisps, cake, or ice cream. There will be days when training is the wrong choice. The goal is not to be perfect every day. The goal is to return to the plan without drama. That is what I am trying to learn. So this week, the comeback was paused, but it was not cancelled. The plan changed, but it did not disappear. Next, the goal is simple: recover fully, wait until the body is ready, then restart training carefully. No ego, no panic, no punishment. Just the next right step. This is the Fit Again project, a real fitness rebuild, one day at a time. Days 22 to 28 were not perfect, but they were honest. And the plan is still alive.